and welcome to the live stream. League versus League. Hairpin Racing versus Signal 13. As you can see, we have a safety card for this race. The car's single vehicle make, the Mazda Spirit Racing Roadster. And there's one. Here we'll get in one. Here we go. DV in the Mazda. I believe there's very little tuning, hard tires only, no rear wing, no wide bodies. We do have, as you can see, a safety car for this race. I believe there will be a pace lap, and then they'll be off and running. And I believe yellow flags and a safety car will be deployed. Today's race is 50 minutes long. And like I said, it's a league versus league race. 6v6. And should be getting moving here shortly. Yeah, that safety car is fast. I like that Nissan GTR pace car. 7 seconds ahead. Should be a good race. All the cars are evenly matched. I actually went out on the track before coming on live here. Pretty good car for the track. Handles really well, not real fast. Slow gear shift changes. Good brakes. Hard tires aren't too bad because it's not that fast. Really good track. Several locations to pass on. And should have a good race. Should be very close. Not sure about fuel usage and tires. But we will learn as we go. I guess we could always get out here and check the settings. So race for real, Autopolis short track, custom weather, afternoon, rolling start. As you can see here, refueling is pretty slow. And penalties. Weak shortcut penalty is weak. The flag rules are on, and I'm assuming pits are all right. Qualifying will begin shortly, it says. So we go into spectate mode. And I have picked nicknames to display. So here goes Jeff. First one out in the pace car. Or that's Jet. So Jet is the only one out so far. Here we go. We'll get the nose cam going. May as well show you the track. This is what the track looks like. There's 11 corners. Each of those red circles indicate passing zones as I see them. So turn 1 really strong after that long straightaway. Then turn 3, if you get turn 1 wrong, then turn 3 is a definite possibility for pass. And then after another long straightaway, the entrance into turn 10 is a good passing zone as well. So we still have the safety car going. You got some cars coming out onto the road. I think they picked a randomizer for the grid. So here comes everybody out onto the track. So let's take a look at everybody here. Got SBR 22. Well, it's bouncing all over, so yeah. No siren for the safety car, but it does have a horn. Rolling smoke, trying to get some heat in the tires. Purposely or not. It is a slidey car, but controllable. There goes Jet. And he's into the pit. So, Barry. I guess Jet has to go out and do a qualifying lap so that he can be on pole, so to speak. And then it goes from there back. So we've got Barry first on the track. TV second here in the Black Flame special here for Hairpin Racing. Here comes Oak. Very colorful. Hairpin Racing. And then we've got Matt in the Iron Man car. In car. SBR. D and the devilish number 3 Intimidator car. So looks like we got Snafu has come up to pole position. Uh-oh. Not Jim Shady has taken pole position. Snafu in second. SBR in third. Dale is in the wall, but still in fifth. Oak has got into 6. Matt 7. Barry in 8th. J-Mac 9th. TV in 10th. Paul in 11. Rolling Smoke in 12. Castro 13th. And Nate, or let's call him Card, in 14th. Don P in 15th. Jim Shady should be getting close to the start-finish line. Coming into 10 and 11. Down the long front straight with the downhill at the end. So SBR has moved up. Matt has taken over third and moved Jim down into fourth. Oak fifth. Hearing a lot of squeals. So some very small margin between first and second. All of these margins are so small, less than a tenth. Let's see, 114, okay, 15. 15 is a 122.3 and pole is a 120.08. It's a really good lap by Barry. Keeps changing. SBR jumped back up to the top, 120.080. 8/1000ths of a click faster than Barry, who's 1/10 up on Matt, who's about a 10th up on Oak. Oak getting out of the way. These times are really close. You can see over there on the left side as people cross the line, the times there. Looks like they're down into the 120s, and that's not good for 14th place there. Not the direction you want to be pointed. SBR in pole. See if he can improve upon that. Matt's in front of him, who's also fighting for that pole. These margins are really small. Looks like Matt lost some time. Does not improve. SBR down to a 119. Here's Barry, Jim Shady, Castro. Matt, Oak, J-Mac, TV in 9th, Intimidator in 10th, Snafu here in 11th, the Bittelstein rolling spokes off and gone into the pits. Paul is still out there in the crazy fast Mazda. Looks like Carr is in the pits as well. Don P still out there storming around. Sorry about that. Trying to get my soda pop. Hopefully we are closing in on the end of qualifying. Yeah, it looks like Don P has at least, yep, he's got his flashers on. Checkered flag is out. Appears qualifying is pretty close to being done. Here's the last few cars coming through. SBR is on a flyer from the looks of it. Closing in on a mat and getting a tow. But from the looks of it, he's already got pole, so and that should do it. That should be everybody. Not Jim Shady coming through. Got Castro and Paul coming. See if Castro can improve. Jumps up to 4th place. Nice. I believe that is a weird camera angle. There we go. Okay. So here's our results. SBR in pole position, Jim Shady second, Castro third, Matt fourth, Barry fifth, Snafu sixth, Oak seventh, and J Mac in 10th or 8th, TV 9th, Dale 10th, Rolling Smoke 11, Paul 12, Car 13th, and Don P in 14th. So that's it for qualifying. We're getting ready for the race. Believe we will have everybody go to the grid, probably go green, and then they'll take off on a warm-up lap with the safety car. Safety car will come in, and then it's up to the pole position to start the race, set the pace. So we're looking at a good race here. All the times are very close. Short track. Some long, fast straightaways so that you can get some passing done, some drafting, see if there's going to be some inter-team assistance. Got the Signal 13 versus the Hairpin teams. See, they'll try to help each other out. Should be a good one. We'll go back here to the track. So, as you can see there, the top is the straightaway with the start and the pit lane. Turn 1. It's really fast right-hander downhill. And it can be tricky. Try to late brake and you can go off or defend and get a slow exit, and then that leaves you open for a pass on third into turn 3. So let's go back to the live stream. Go in observation mode. Let's get our settings set. There we go. So let's get on. Okay, so there we go. There's the pace car. Slowing down to gather everybody up. Thank you for putting my name there on the car. So the Nissan GTR pace car. Bringing the cars around the track. Going into turn 3. Really good turn. Going into a 4 or 5. Just pretty much one corner, but it counts as 2. Setting you up for a real turn, real tight 6. Then you got this little bend, and then you've got this long left-hander as you go through. About halfway through, accelerate out into 9, and then 10 and 11 for the last 2 corners. Might get a little chance for passing right here. And a good chance to go sliding off track too. All right, does Jet stay out or does he go in? He's going in. So here we go. SBR brings him to the start finish. And they're off. SBR in the lead. Jim Shady in second. Matt's pushing him. It's going all cars wide. And SBR's or Don P went a little wide. Oh, we've got some cars off. Got one smoking. Everybody kind of gets through though. Still everybody in one big pack. SBR's got away from everybody. We'll go through here, this pack. It is quite the pack. Oak and Rolling Smoke leaning on each other as they come in here to the long left-hander. SBR has left him. Oak on the inside. Rolling Smoke's going to have it out. Exit. Paul's going through the grass. Looks like we're kind of getting in line here. Paul getting into the Rolling Smoke a little bit, making the pass. So we go 2 wide into 3. Oh, we got someone going sideways there. Yep. Went off, but made it back. All right, let's get back up to the front. SBR is running away. Almost 3 seconds on Dale. Castro followed close behind. Snafu in 4th. J-Mac 5th. Don P 6th. TV running a little wide. Compromised his exit. Paul's going to take advantage, I'm sure. At least try. Get a little run down through here. Looks like Oak Rolling Smoke is pushing Paul down the straightaway. As he pops out, gives a look but doesn't commit. Rolling Smoke blocks the inside. Gets a bad run off a turn. Oak gets around him. Got Castro up here right on Dale's back end. Snafu is right there too. Let's get on board with the Castro here as he follows Dale. We'll get on Snafu as well as he hugs that inside. Goes wide, a little grass, but no loss speed. As they come up into the heavy braking zone. Oh, a half-second penalty for track limits. Oop. Little downshift. Bogged it down. Let's get on there. So Oak following Paul. Are they going to work together to get up? Goes on the inside just to make sure he doesn't hit Paul off the track, but Paul drove himself off the track. Get back here. TV's following Rolling Smoke, who's following Oak. His tires really struggling. Oh, got a little wrong there. Chasing down rolling smoke. Oh no. Let's see what happened. Oh, he just got on the gas a little hard there. Got the back end broke loose and oh, got it in the back of Barry. Matt's going to take advantage. Oh, little touch there, but no harm done. Let's get up here to the front. SBR is running away. Dale off a little off track. Is that going to give Castro a bit of a run? And Dale's, oh, it's going to lose 2 positions. Nah, he's got the inside line here. Should be able to hold off Snafu. Snafu's a little wide, but manages to keep it back on track and going forward. Castro's trying to make a run for it, but Dale is not letting him get away. Snafu is still right there as well, just in case one of the 2 of them make a mistake. And J-Max lingering back there in the background. Don P and Oak right there together. See if Oak can get a run down the straightaway. Take advantage of that slipstream. Looks like Rolling Smoke was trying to get around TV, but had to fall back in line. Just right in front of someone there. Not Jim Shady, maybe? Yeah, there it is. Not Jim Shady. Smoke getting a little sideways. Jim's trying to make it a move on the inside. Got a better exit. He tries the inside to outside. Now he's going back inside. Looks like he broke a little early there. Rolling Smoke way sideways. Jim Shady takes advantage. Gets that inside line. Makes the pass. Can he make it stick? Matt's thinking about doing the same thing. Rolling Smoke is definitely having some sliding control problems there. Matt's really pushing to try to get around. Barry's right there. Paul's got to take a penalty. Card is trying to fight back after having that early spin. He's catching up though. It's not out of it. SBR is still 3 seconds in the lead. Castro has put a little bit of distance on him and Snafu. And he's got a second on Dale. Or the Intimidator. Oh, Don P's going around Oak. Did Oak have a problem? J-Mac made it around. Oh no, Don P just went off. Don P's having some trouble. I think he's got some dirt on those tires, so he has less grip. Falling back. Getting back into Rolling Smoke. Try to get those tires clean so he can get back moving forward. Rolling Smoke is being hounded by Matt. And they both go around Don P. Matt and Rolling Smoke side by side through turn 10 and 11. Don P's not done. Don P's going side by side. Rolling Smoke into turn 1. Matt's coming on the inside. So is Barry. A little touch. They go through turn 1. Everybody survived. Heading down here into turn 3. Another pass zone. Barry's on the inside, but Don P should have it on the inside of the 4-5. Barry made it. Don P's really pushing, making those hard Michelin scream. Do you hear that real slow shift? SBR has lost a second to Castro. Castro and Snafu's right there. The Intimidator's still in 4th. J-Mac in 5th. Oak 6th. Jim Shady 7th. TV 8th. Rolling Smoke in 9th. Matt in 10th. Barry 11th for now. Don P's going on the inside for turn 1 pass. Can he make it happen? He goes in hot, comes out, stays on the track. But it was a poor exit and Barry's fighting back. Barry on the outside. Is he going to do a over-under move? Don P's still there. He's got the apex of the next 2, 4, 5, and 6. Don P keeps the position. Barry's still right there. Goes a little wide, but that's okay. He kept it going straight. He's trying to make that pass. It's right there. See what he can do going into turn 10. It's got a good run. Might be saving it for turn 1 pass. Don P really wide. Barry's checks up. And that probably compromised his exit of that turn. So I don't know if he's going to be able to make a run on into turn 1, but maybe. Whoa, Paul comes close, but didn't do it. Looks like Barry's a little too far back to make a pass. Let's get up there. There's Matt and Rolling Smoke having a good battle. Rolling Smoke on the inside. Matt, see if he can get a better exit. Both go off into the ground. Oh, he lost it. The commentator's curse has struck again. Okay, SB keeps losing time. He's down to a quarter or a third of a tank. Well, no, 1/4. All right, so quarter of a tank. Tires aren't too bad. Same with Castro. Snafu. Intimidator. Oh! Another victim of the commentator's curse. The Intimidator goes off into the sand pit. Comes back out. Dropped back to 6th place from 4th. Now he's got to tiptoe around the next few corners until those tires get their grip back. He's coming back against Oak. So we'll go back up here to the front. SBR still in the lead by 1.5 seconds. He's lost 1.5 seconds over the past 3 or 4 laps. Don't know if he's gone into some conservation mode. So we got SBR Castro, Snafu, the top three have run off from the rest of the pack. J-Mac is being pursued by not Jim Shady. Those two are teammates, so they may try to work together to get back towards that front and away from those people behind them. Jim Shady making a move on the inside, J-Mac falling in line, and it might be one of those where they just kind of leapfrog each other up towards the front. So J-Mac and Jim Shady being followed by Oak, the Intimidator, and TV. Though Oak is definitely caught up to the back of J-Mac, but looks like he went a little wide there. Gave J-Mac some breathing room, and the Intimidator closed on the back of him. So DE making a move on 6th, trying to get back up those 2 positions he lost. Does he try here? Nope. So DE, there he goes into 11. Is he going to get a run? TV's right behind him. They may both try to get past Oak in turn 1. Let's get on behind this train here. DE goes on the inside into turn 1, makes the pass, but too fast. He had to brake and lost the 2 positions. So Oak and TV up a position. Rolling Smoke got the position on over DE as well. So we jump back out here. TV and Oak are having a battle. See what Rolling Smoke trying to catch those 2. DE is back there in 9th. Sure, he wants to move back. And we've got Don P off the track with a half-second penalty for track infraction, taking that penalty now. Barry went around him, and we've got the top 3 have gone into the pits. Jim Shady, J-Mac, Oak, and TV have all decided not to pit. Probably going to have one more lap around the track. Definitely pushing it, but I think they should have enough fuel to get 1 lap. Oak probably's got enough to make 2. Same with TV. Rolling Smoke, he's going to have to pit, so I think I'd say Oak and TV are going to make at least 1, maybe 2 more laps. J-Mac and Jim Shady are probably going to come in right now. I don't see how they can make any more circuits around the track here as they go in through turn 9 here. See, Jim Shady goes into the pits 10, 11. This is a really hairy pit entrance too. As it goes left, right, got to slow way down. There we go. Successfully makes it in. Jim Shady made it. Just as we figured, Oak and TV did not go in this time. Rolling Smoke's coming in. Paul stayed out. Moving up into 3rd place. Looks like Barry did not make a pit stop yet either. So we've got Oak still out there. I think he's got at least 1 more lap after this. TV's going to have to pit this time around. Paul as well. And Barry too. So of these 4, I'd say Oak is going to make one more lap, and the rest of them will come back, and that'll bring us back up to how things were before the pit stop started. Castro is up into what would be first place from the looks of it, and SB getting a little nudge from behind by Snafu. But let's see if Oak, he is going to make one more lap. TV comes in, oh, and hits the pit wall. That is very unfortunate. I don't know if that's going to give him a penalty on top of that, but that's awful. That was awful. And Barry comes in as well. So we've got Oak in the lead by 10 seconds. Running on fumes as he goes into turn 3. And those tires have seen better days, really pushing through that turn. Good exit there, keeps it on the pavement. Dip over onto that curb there. Right when that little building gets in your middle of your screen, you accelerate. Staying on the inside, Barry has gone to the pits. And here we go into 10 as he goes wide. Clips the apex there, clips it here, and you can tell he is moving into the pit zone. Heavy brake to not make a mistake. There we go. And he is in. So let's get on board with Castro, who is your leader. Look at that, 0% fuel for Oak. But Castro's coming up through here on turn 9. Oak has not started taking fuel yet. And it's a slow fuel rate too. So there we go. He's going to take first place as Oak sits there and can't do anything about it. So Oak is moving back. We've got Castro in first, followed closely by SBR and Snafu. These three have broken away from the pack as they go through the, looks like, cloudy afternoon here in Japan. So we'll go back here to fourth in Oak, who's got some fresher tires and more fuel than the rest of them. Not Jim Shady and DE in 5th and 6th. DE's right on him. J-Mac there in 7th. And then TV in 8th. Don P in 9th. Paul in 10th with a penalty. 11th is Matt Rolling Smoke in 12th. Barry in 13th. And 14th is Card. As you can see, he's finally caught up with the rest of the pack, so maybe he'll start moving forward as we get through this race. 25 minutes into the race, 24 left. No yellows, no safety cars. Safety car is in the pits. See, right there. All right. Back to the front. Castro leading SBR by 4/10. Snafu is right on the tail. He's in third for now. Follow this for a little while. Let's get right behind him here. There we go. All right, so Snafu is following SBR and Castro. This is a fight for the lead, three-way. SBR made a dive, but then had to brake, lost momentum, and now Snafu is right there on his tail, following him down the front stretch in that slipstream. See if he moves to the right. SBR might move to the right. Castro moving to the right to break the slipstream. Everybody breaks into turn one. Nicely done. Good exit. Snafu a little better exit than SBR. Is he going to move to the right into turn three? Oh, little bump there, but that's okay. Everybody's safely through. No damage. No penalties. Heavy braking. It's getting a little wide, a little slide there. Kind of scrubbed off some speed too. Snafu can catch up. Maybe he'll make another move down into turn one. SB pulls in and plants it on that inside of that curve, the apex. Let's see what's going on back here. Oak in fourth, kind of by himself in no man's land. DE solidly in fifth place. Not Jim Shady's right there. J Mac, TV, Don P there. Matt. Rolling Smoke there in 11th. Barry's right behind him. Card is right there. And Paul has fallen back. Card is moved up a spot but has a penalty, which will bring Paul right back to his rear bumper. And he kept half of it on the pavement, and that's all you really need. So we'll go back up to the front to Castro, SB, and Snafu. No change. Oak, DE, and not Jim Shady, and J Mac. TV's kind of closing in on J Mac. Let's hang out here for a little bit. See if he can get a good run down the front straight. Both of them solid through 10 and 11. Revving that car out as we come down the front straight to turn one. Breaking about 75-meter mark. Oh, J-Mac's a little off. Can TV take advantage? It's got a run on him. Is he going to move? No, he decides to stay there. J-Mac is a little slidey. Oh, and he gets bumped. TV's waiting up for him. You know, I appreciate that, but I don't really think he needed to, because J-Mac had lost control, and I don't think there was any place TV had to go. But good sportsmanship, and nobody lost any places. They just both lost a little bit of time back to Matt and up to Jim Shady. So TV's showing his nose down the inside to J-Mac. Slows it down, puts it on the apex, making the corner, going a little wide to make sure he doesn't run into J-Mac. J-Mac has dropped back, but he's fighting back. So there he is, J-Mac. as they go back down into turn 1. 175. Gives TV a little bit of room. May have been trying to get a better exit. Slower in, faster out. Let's go into turn 3. They both brake about the same spot. All right. So things have settled. Uh-oh, TV's off a little bit. Allowing J-Mac to get back to his muffler. He's definitely catching. Is he going to try something into turn 10? Goes wide. TV likes to hug that inside anyway. See if J-Mac can get a better run off. That's a really good run. See if he can get some slipstream help. A little too far back. Maybe in a couple laps. Somebody's coming into pits. I think it's Don P. Yep, Don P has gone into the pits. And I think a bit of strategery here. Last bit of tires and some fuel because he wasn't going to make it to the end. So let's go ahead and do some strategy and get your pit done now. So we go back up to the front. SB is taking a lead from Castro. Something happened. Castro's back into second place. Snafu in third with a penalty. Uh-oh, somebody just came. Don P came in with a 3-second penalty. So, some kind of infringement on his pit entrance. So we've got Oak back here in fourth, and a ways back is DE. Jim Shady's still right with him. Then we come back here to TV again, and J-Mac. Matt's closing in as well with Rolling Smoke. And then Barry's kind of closing in too. Card, it's at least on the straightaway. Paul's right behind him. So, doing good. And Don P with, now he's up to 3.5 seconds. That's got to be frustrating as he serves his penalty and gets passed here by fourth place. Little slidey slide. Is he going to get out of his way on the front stretch? Probably make the move going into turn 1, let him around. Fourth place. He doesn't want to give up that position. And Oak gave him a little nudge. Not on purpose. SB up into the first place. Castro in second. Snafu in third. We just saw Oak in fourth. DE in fifth. Jim Shady, 6. Then a little ways back, TV, and then J-Mac. Then Matt, who's pretty close, but it doesn't matter now because he's got a half-second penalty. Got a personal best. So there's Matt. And then Rolling Smoke back here in 10th. Barry 11th. Card 12th. 13th. Paul. And 14th is Don P with enough fuel and tires to get to the end, I would say. SB rolling on with just about a second ahead of Castro, who's 2 seconds ahead now of Snafu with his windshield wipers on. And Oak here in 4th, DE in 5th, and Jim Shady there in 6th. J-Mac and Matt both with the wipers on, and now with them off. So 8th and 9th here. See if Matt can make a run on him. Looks like we're getting ready to do some pit stops again. So yeah, J-Mac's going to have to pit. Let's jump up here. SBR is going to go into pits and is going into the pits, as is Castro. As is not Snafu. Snafu's got several laps to go. I think Oak should have quite a few laps to go too. Nope, he comes in. DE's got quite a few laps. So he'll move up into... Nope, he's coming in too. I guess he knows he can't make it to the end, so may as well get fresh boots and fuel. So Snafu, he's going to have to get some fuel and tires. Maybe he was trying to stay out. Well, his lap times have been pretty consistent. So if he can run a good consistent 120.5 or so, then that would be a win. Getting ready to head into the last 2 turns. Heavy braking into 10. Accelerate out 11. And he is moving to the pits. So Snafu is in the pits. All right, let's follow Jim Shady. Still got tons of fuel left. You know, he's not going to have to stop for fuel this time. Might not need to at all, but we'll see. All right, TVD is coming around. Matt. So Castro is who Jim Shady was racing against. So let's see what happens here. So Castro. So there's Castro. SB is back out and Snafu is back out. So not Jim Shady. Plenty of fuel. I don't know if he's 9 minutes of fuel. Matt definitely doesn't have enough to get to the end of the race. So let's see. He's got quarter of a tank. And then Castro's over half. SBR is over half. So I'm guessing Jim Shady won't be able to make it to the end of the race, but he might be able to do just a splash and go to get to the end. May not take more tires just to make a faster pit stop. I'd say he's going to go another 3 laps. And that'll put him probably with 3 laps left. So that'll put him up towards the front. We got Matt has made it into the pit. Bring Castro, SBR, and probably Snafu a little bit forward. Oak is right there on the back of Snafu. And then DE and TV right there together. See if TV can make up a spot. Paul's up to 9th. Let's check DE. TV's got a fair amount of fuel. Paul's got a bit. Barry definitely has fuel. Rolling Smoke has fuel. Matt will make it to the end, no problem. J-Mac 2. Don P will. Card will. So really, this is the question. So not Jim Shady. Probably got 2 laps at the most. See if he can coast behind that 14th place car. As he lets him get around. Castro there is in 2nd. SBR in 3rd. Snafu back here in 4th. Oak in 5th. And DE in 6th. TV 7th. Paul in 8th. Barry 9th. Rolling Smoke is in 10th for now. Matt is right there on his tail with way better tires and more fuel. And Rolling Smoke makes it. Oh! J-Mac saw him there in the middle of the road. Rolling Smoke got a little wrong, got into sand, and that was all it wrote. Get back up here to Jim Shady, making one more circuit around the track. And I'd say that's about all the fuel he's going to have left to make just the one more lap. So Jim Shady, one more turn around the track. And then that'll lead it back into Castro's hands with the SBR. Whoa! Oh! Lost it, but kept it. Lost some time. Lost about a second there. There we go. He got it. Nice save. I went back a long ways, so we'll get back on track here. There we go. All right. So Jim Shady is coming in to get fuel and tires. Those are shot. Just 1% left. So here comes Castro around to take the lead back. So Castro's back in the lead. SBR in 2nd. Snafu will be in 3rd. Oak will take over 4th. And then Jim Shady should come out. There he is. Jim Shady's coming out in 5th place. Well ahead of DE. So not bad. Up to 5th place for Jim Shady. I think we're done with pit stops. So Castro, he's going to burn those tires to the ground. SBR's tires look really good. So Castro must have just taken fuel and no tires. So see if that strategy works. It will as SB keeps throwing it off the track. Snafu, good tires. Oak just took fuel. Jim Shady, same. DE's good tires. TV good tires. Barry's okay tires. Matt good tires. J-Mac kind of iffy. Paul's, Rollings. I don't know if Rollings going to make it. Yeah. He may have to do 3 laps. Because a minute 24 and there's 3 minutes left. That's only 2 minutes 40 seconds. So he's going to have to do 3 laps. I don't know. He may be able to just slow down, and he's got a 6-second back to Don P. So TV has gone in to get some fuel. Has he made it back out? Yep. TV made it back out. Fuel and brand new tires. So he should not be threatened from 10th place or 12th place. So we'll get up here to see how Castro is getting along. 2 minutes left. So 2 more laps. 2-second lead. Still a little bit of life in the tires. Plenty of fuel. SB. Plenty of both. Keeping it on the track. Snafu. Right there in 3rd. 4th, Jim Shady. 5th, DE with half-second penalty, but that should be of no consequence. Barry and Matt looks to be the only real battle on the track right at the moment. See if Matt can make a move. Barry's covering the inside. Matt's got a good run on the outside. See if Iron Band can make it. Can he outbrake him into turn 3, or at least stay side by side so that he can get him in 4 or 5? He falls in behind. Follow him through 4 and 5. Up here into the tight 6 hairpin for Hairpin Racing. Into the long left. Barry's holding him off for now. Both wide. Is Matt going to get a penalty for track limits? Yes. So that kind of ends his fight for that position. 20-some seconds left. Castro's coming through here through the middle part. He's lost a second to SB. Those tires are really looking worse for wear, but this is the last lap. 7 seconds, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So final lap. Castro, last couple corners. Can he keep it together? 9. Here he goes. Up into 10. Tucks it down. Good exit out of 11. So there we go. Castro takes the win. SB in 2nd. Snafu's coming in 3rd. Oak coming in 4th. Not Jim Shady in 5th. DE in 6th. There we go. Matt coming around to take 7th. TV and J Mac have taken 9th and 10th. There we go. Matt's taking 7th. Here we go. Barry taking 8th place. TV in 9th. J Mac 10th. Paul in 11th. Don P 12th. Rolling Smoke in 13th. And Card in 14th. And the safety car stays in the pits. So there you have it. Pretty good action there. It was nip and tuck, some mistakes made. But yeah, that was a excellent race. For all those drivers. So let's see, let's get this out of the way here, and we'll go to the results. Castro in first place, SBR in second, Snafu third, Oak in fourth. SBR ends up with the fastest lap of a 119.646. Jim Shady fifth, DE sixth, Matt in seventh, Barry 8th, then TVDV 9th, J-Mac 10th, Paul 11th, Don P 12th, Rolling Smoke 13, and Card in 14th. So there you have it, folks. Final results, top 3, Castro, SV, Snafu. Very good race. Thank you, folks, for showing up and watching this one, or for coming back and watching it later on. But greatly appreciate it. And I guess we will have another League versus League here in a few months. Next week we will have our Carrera Cup, and maybe Sunday I might be doing a stream for GT45 Vegas Cup, which is a charity series for St. Jude's Hospital, for a member of the sim racing family that had passed, and in commemorance of him and his family. So possibly could see me on Sunday doing that, Sunday afternoon. So once again, thanks for watching, and we'll catch you at the next one.